And
We're there.
and here we are. Welcome everybody to me trying to play our music again.
Oh.
It's not working again.
It's not.
Jackass.
So awesome. I didn't get that worked out. Okay. It's fine.
Well,
Anyway,
someday
hi everybody. Welcome to We're Not Talking About That podcast. This is a part 2 today.
Yeah. They might even do a part 3, right? I mean, it's.
I
don't know.
mean, we were just.
It may trickle.
I don't know.
We were just talking about it. How much we have to go over in this.
Yeah, dude. There's too much.
It's so much. So, I mean, when you're talking about film and cinema, and when you love it as much as we do, all of us, I know, then it's going to be a long conversation. Maybe the rest of the year, you know.
Maybe. Well, at least until after the Oscars. I mean, we sort of timed it right?
That's right. Yeah, the Oscars. There were a lot of snubs from what I understand, but I think that those people are all a bunch of, you know, kind of
pretentious award giving themselves awards. I love that.
Yeah.
Check me out. Everybody look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look up here. Look up here. Look up here. Three Amigos. That was another one. Fucking Three Amigos, dude. That was a great movie.
Well, how were your weeks?
It's all right.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Pretty easy.
Struggles with the house thing.
Oh, really? How's everything okay?
Nah, it looks like they want my 2023 taxes. They're complicated. I can't do them that fast.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it's like you need your taxes.
Most people don't do them.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Thank you.
And
that's
so
the discussion we had yesterday. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Till May, or no, sorry. I mean, most people don't do them till March.
Yeah, exactly. So
get over
my tax guy's like, hey, they can't fucking tell you to, you know, but it's why it's not working.
They'll relent.
They won't. We are.
You know
working on
what
something
will
else.
happen is exactly what was meant to happen at the end of all of it.
Yep.
That's
I'm okay with it, whatever goes down. But that's
trust me. There's people wanting to give you a loan out there. It's not, they're not the only fucking fish in the sea.
No, and I know, and it's no. My tax guys, like these guys, I don't know about them. So
people take your money.
Where did we get last time? I'm looking at I got the
so
80s, 90s. Did we get through the 90s? There's a lot to go.
No, I felt like, and I did this where we got last week.
Nice.
Oh, I feel like we should bounce back because I don't know if we finish.
I don't think we finished the 70s, and then also this was never intended to be a timeline for what we were talking about. So, but
we weren't talking about that.
I would like to run down the top 10 movies of.
You can't. There's no way
70s.
There's a top 10 movies of the 70s.
Of the 70s,
that might be possible. Yeah.
I think we could do that.
Now it's interesting. There's 4 on here that I haven't even seen. I'm not a big 70s movie guy, but
did you see The French Connection?
It's not on the top 10, and I might had. Yeah.
I haven't seen The French Connection.
Number 10, The Conversation. That was in 74. I hadn't seen that. Number 9 is McCabe and Mrs. Miller. That's out of 71, so that was a while ago. That's Warren Beatty's in that. And then of course 8 is Jaws. Number 7 is Taxi Driver. 6, Chinatown. 5 is Godfather.
Where are you getting this list?
This is the Rolling Stone top 100. That's their opinion, so I'm sure it's different.
Oh, you're actually looking at an article. Okay, so you've got the Rolling Stone.
You got my sheet here.
You wrote it down.
So number 4 is Nashville. Never saw that. That was in 75. And there's another one I never saw. Number 3 is Killers of Sheep.
I never heard of that.
That was done in 78, and I think it's a foreign about that? Foreign movie. Yes. Sheeple.
What? So One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest has to be 1 or 2.
Nope. Number 2, we're gonna love this, is Blazing Saddles.
Oh, that's a good choice.
A classic.
I read something about. Did you know that Richard Pryor was in the writing room for this? There was 5 guys writing this, and Richard Pryor was one of them. He's basically
That's
responsible.
Probably how they got away with the some of those jokes.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 black men in the room, and you can get away with anything. You know,
Well, Richard Pryor is one of the funny. I mean, man, that brings up a bunch of other movies like Brewster's Millions.
Stir Crazy.
Oh yeah.
We bad.
Okay, so what's
We
number
bad.
one? Now
number one's Godfather Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Godfather
if we're going to
one's good, but
we're going to 20, 11 we get Alien, 12 is All the President's Men, 13 Monty Python the Holy Grail, 14 is Eraserhead, Gabe. 15 is Celine and Julie Go Boating, 1974.
No, that's not true.
Never heard of that.
Somebody put that on the list by accident.
16 is Apocalypse Now, 17 The Exorcist, 18 Long Goodbye, 19 All That Jazz, and it rounds out the 20 with Gene Dealman, which I think is a French film. So I don't know, but
I don't know.
I picked some notable ones all the way to 50. But 21 was Close Encounters. 27 was Star Wars.
Close Encounters was a rough one, man.
Yeah, 32 was.
Then, it doesn't hold up today, but
no,
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie though.
It's slow as shit though.
Yeah.
Well, it's what they did in the 70s, though, isn't it? It's like it's different.
That's why I wasn't a big 70s. That's
why
why
it's
the
hard.
French Connection with like the car chase and all of that was very entertaining.
Well, and the musical montages they used to throw in them, like with like a woman singing like, and the breezes in the and then you see like somebody like in the 18th century like with flowing curls, like that was so popular in the 70s.
Dude,
like,
are you describing what was the Dudley Moore movie?
Chatterley's
10? Are you just
dude?
Remember 10? Is that what you're describing? Was that a 70s?
It's not just 10. They had one of those in a movie that I mentioned that I watched, which was Future World, which was a 70s movie. Dude, they had them in everything. Like, and they would use the fuzzy filter.
Exactly. The beginning of James Bond, that song is always like, fucking, you can see the silhouette of the sexy chick and you hear like,
and I want to go to somewhere with somebody. It's like it's like this whole thing.
I want to be in another place.
I can't do it because I don't have that kind of.
You know voice. What about Arthur?
I think isn't that 80s?
Not on there. That
was Liza Minnelli when she was.
Let me finish out this 50s one because at 30,
keep going.
32 Texas Chainsaw, just notables. 41, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. At 44 is Halloween, the original, 78. 45 is Rocky, done in 76. 48, Barry Lyndon, which we talked about.
Nice.
At 48, done in 75. And then number 50 is a movie called Breaking Away. It's a bicycling movie. Starring the cat from Bad News Bears.
Never saw that.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen it. I might have seen a little bit of something, but that was done in 79, barely 80s.
That wasn't Parker Stevenson?
Dude,
in
was
Breaking
it Parker
Away?
Stevenson?
I don't know.
I think Parker Stevenson had a chance, and I think that's the name of the new band. Is Parker Stevenson Had a Chance?
He
did. Is that the band?
Well, do you remember they had the Hardy Boys, and it was Parker Stevenson and Sean Cassidy?
He was big news back in the late 70s, early 80s. Man, it could have done.
There's a lot of people like that.
But it was like supposed to be great, and then it didn't happen. It's like, we can go with Leif Garrett. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So big.
I watched a documentary on him behind the music of him last night.
Did you know that song?
Say that.
That band Driving and Crying? That's about him. Yeah.
You know what?
You'll remember the Chips episode.
Let me ask you guys.
They pulled him over because he was crying, driving crazy.
Let me ask you guys this. Yeah. Do you think it's worse just to live in obscurity as an artist, right? Or to get your chance and then like it like you get up there and it never happens for you, really? Like
you like a fucking red hot shit and you're fucking all the bitches want you and then nobody cares.
And then it's over. Like
nobody cares.
I feel like it's worse to happen that way because if you live in obscurity, at least you can tell yourself that like they just never recognized my brilliance.
Never recognized my brilliance, those bastards. God, there was a couple of those guys from the late 70s that just like down in flames and never could get over it.
Yeah, that's. I watched Logan's Run again after the Sunday.
What is your take on that? What is your take on that as a film and its effects?
It doesn't hold up super well.
No.
It's
got to
okay.
remember that was around the Star Trek era of making movies and TV too. So
what year was that? Was that in the 80s?
76.
76.
It's 76.
Very Star Trek-y, yes.
But the storyline is great, and I watched the whole Renew part with different eyes this time because we had talked about it. And I was like, it's really weird how they have like an execution style for these people where they go up into the ceiling and then get like vaporized, which I just thought it was kind of bizarre. Uh-oh, we lost T-Bone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I lost your video. But
due to
lapse.
Are you back? Is he back?
He's talking, but I can't see him.
You can't see me still?
I can't. Can you hear him?
I can hear him. I can see him.
Okay,
you can't see him?
Then it doesn't matter.
I'm right here, man.
He's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's it going to say? Yeah, the effects
of Logan's Run.
They're terrible.
Run.
Yeah,
terrible.
they're basically like firecrackers for explosions and stuff.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask, because I haven't seen that scene about them going up into the ceiling for so many years, but it stuck with me all of my childhood. Like, those guys are just going up and blowing up at the ceiling. And what a weird thing. How do they die? Well, they just float into the ceiling, and then they disappear in a shower of sparks.
In a power, it's like but the worst thing is it's like a firecracker, and like pash, and like obviously you just like did like a thing. It's bad. It's like,
cheap ass.
It's cheap.
They
won the Academy Award that year for special effects because they did the thing with the just the hologram thing with the like. There is no sanctuary, and it's just dude, it's just a hologram that's spinning, and like he's saying there is no sanctuary. The Academy was like, dude, we've never seen anything.
That's the greatest thing we've ever seen.
So anyway, and then Star Wars came out.
Star Wars came out the next day.
Yeah. And then Star Wars came out.
And everybody went, what the fuck?
Bye.
What the fuck?
They were like, why the fuck did they use that? Did they use that? How did, like that? Because Lucas did like hologram looking shit, but all over the place. Like everybody's
How did
talking.
you guys do that? It's like, well,
who was it in Logan's Run? Was it,
it's that cheesy dude.
It wasn't Jan Michael Vincent.
Time. No.
It was,
oh man.
Yeah, I know who it is too. I gotta look.
He's a Shakespearean actor, actually.
Yeah,
but
that's my grandma.
Oh, how nice!
Oh, hey, grandma.
You look a lot alike.
That's my grandma O'Heck. Hell of a keyboard player, pianist. She was fun. What was this cat's name? And he is a Shakespearean British dude, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's
probably something. It wasn't Jan. I always get him confused.
It's not Jan.
Michael York. Michael York.
Michael York.
Yes, Michael York.
He's a big 70s guy. He had a lot going on in the 70s.
He did. He kind of had I guess he just aged out mostly, probably because but he didn't do like a Patrick Stewart and go on.
What about Death Race 2000?
Wait, man, Michael York kept going on in some other films.
He?
I think he's
some big films. Yeah,
he did. Really? But hang on a second.
I
think
some big stuff. Like I believe Michael Myers in the Austin Powers shit, right?
Oh, that's right. He was in that too. I remember.
Was he?
I think
Cabaret.
So.
Cabaret. That's one of the ones on my list.
That's a 70s one.
Yeah. Romeo and Juliet he was in.
Yep, Logan's Run, Through Musketeers. Yeah, he's in all the Austin Powers stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Code we got here. We got
The Mill and the Cross.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
I'm sure at some point he was in Battlestar Galactica. I fucking think everybody was.
Yes.
It's like Battlestar Galactica was like Love Boat in space.
And it was weird because Captain Steubing was actually the commander of the Enterprise, wasn't he? Or that's a different show.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It looked like Captain Steubing.
Captain Steubing. Steubing?
Picard always looked like Captain Stubing to me, like a more debonair.
Oh,
Captain Stubing.
that's right. Yes, that's.
It was Julie was the cruise director, and it was
Gopher.
Gopher was the ship's.
What about the? Do you remember what the bartender's name was? He always did it.
Oh yeah, that was
at the very beginning. He always made you drinking.
I don't remember. Who was? What was his name?
I don't know.
I just remember that every celebrity ever would be in that porthole.
Isaac.
That's right.
Isaac.
Yeah.
And then Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, Doc.
That dude got all the ladies, right?
Yeah. It's love.
Do you ever think he had a good time at Moon Shadows down there in Malibu in the 80s?
We all have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been even
driving out of there.
Moon Shadows.
Driving out of there in your convertible Porsche, snorting fucking rails.
Just got in a Jewish argument with Mel.
Back in the day. Can you imagine Moon Shadows back in the day in the early 80s?
It must have been. Oh
my God. Off the charts.
Like off the That whole area was probably off the charts. It's funny.
McLeod.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole area. Like there was no law out there or something. You know, it was like
I never thought of it as a kid because we used to go out to Malibu in the 80s all the time, like to go to the tide pools or go to the beaches, go different hiking and stuff like that. But I never even I didn't know even what celebrities were at that time.
Worst accident I've ever seen was we were. Oh yeah.
Am I lying?
Oh, there he is.
That's Captain Stubing?
That's Captain Stubing.
No, that's Picard.
No, it's not.
It looks just like him. Number one.
Number one.
Make number two.
All right. Where did we get to? We got to.
We got some of the 80s going here.
Yeah, some of it.
No, we just dive right into the 80s. Are we done with the 70s? Was there anything else that happened? Rocky was incredible. I mean, we just sort of skimmed right over Rocky, but that was a great.
I think we talked about it a little bit last time. Rocky was amazing,
man,
and Burgess Meredith was in that.
Made you feel right. Just the music made you feel so good, so uplifting, so very John,
that song made you want to go for a run, and
and I fucking ate raw eggs.
Eye of the Tiger.
That was the second one.
That's the second one, right? That's not.
That's where you get into the 80s.
That's where we get into. That's sort of a cross.
That's where he brought his brother in to sing a couple tunes.
I'll
throw you a couple of songs in the.
Would not
throw
die.
You anything in a movie, but you give me a couple songs there, Frank.
Give you something.
Frank Stallone. I don't know.
Rambo. I mean, that was 70s. Did it start in the 70s or was it?
Rambo is, I think, firmly 80s. Yeah.
80s.
Firmly 80s. Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're moving into the 80s, and I already talked about Mannequin.
We'll forget something.
Something. Yeah, you talked about
something from the 70s.
I'm going to find out if Mannequin is on the Rolling Stone 100 best list.
It should
Which
be.
I will bet good green money right now that it is not.
It is not, but it should be.
Well,
if it's not, it should
before we leave,
what ranking would you give it?
Me for what of all time 80s? It's at least in the top 50. It's
if you were to do the Mannequin, put Mannequin on the list.
I might put it at 50, but I would put it in the.
You have put it at 50? Okay,
yeah.
top 50,
and that's only out of respect, right?
Well,
just because the chick was hot.
That's because of Kim Cattrall.
That's half of it, yeah. But the other half is you had some really great people. I mean, Spader's in it.
Yeah, and who's the main guy? Because I really bought his love for a plastic woman. I really did.
That's the guy
from Weekend at Bernie's guy.
Yeah. Chuck, my friend
McCarthy?
Chuck, you guys know him.
McCarthy.
He says that I look like
Andrew McCarthy. You look like Andrew McCarthy?
He says I'm Andrew. Yeah, that's what they say.
I don't know
You're
about
the
that.
Mexican Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy, think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's a Mexican name for Andrew? Do they have an Andrew name in Mexico?
Andreas
McCarthy?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Andreas. What were you going to say, T-Bone?
It's going to be my stage name.
I don't know.
You had something.
I just didn't want to leave out before we left the 70s because I was going to discuss some how much I love musicals, but don't forget the whole Disney thing that brings us through like the 50s and 60s, all that animated shit, just fucking classic.
Oh
shit
my God. Okay, Disney.
and West Side Story.
The Cat from Outer Space. I would put that on a top
dude,
list.
it's like
dude, that's one of my
gun in the West.
Dude,
Remember all that shit?
The Cat from Outer
Apple
Space.
Dumpling Gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of those
Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Bang Bang.
What was that movie? Something to
Flubber.
Witch Mountain.
Escape to Witch
Escape from
Mountain.
Witch Mountain.
Escape.
That might have been Jan Michael.
Was it
Vincent as a
Escape
young man,
to
too.
or Escape from?
I think
There was
it's
both.
from.
There was one of each.
Oh, there was one of each.
Yeah,
did
'cause
so
they
damn
finally
good in
made
the
it there,
70s.
But then they were like, "We got to get the fuck out of here."
A
And
guy
we can't
grabbed his
say the
straw
fuck
and went,
word
"You know what we need?
because the mouse ain't cool with that.
Escape to Witch Mountain. Fucking go with me here."
You guys tried this? This is the
No,
newest thing.
Hang on a second.
What if we go back?
They fucking came from it and they're going back to it. It's going to be amazing.
Somebody
They're
called
not gonna
George
buy
Jung. I need some more.
Have them leave it at my door.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't want to leave out all that Disney shit that got us through our younger lives. But
And
when I was a kid and I went to the movie theater, one of the things that happened at the very beginning of a movie in the 70s was you got a little cartoon or you got some of that shit. So I considered that to be like movies too. Like I get some really bizarre like HR Puffin stuff shit and
all the
things that
Looney
were on
Tunes.
TV, but
All the Looney Tunes stuff was all originally put in there before movies. That's why they had a lot of it had very adult themes, like Hitler and shit. Because you're the adults. A lot of times I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. It's like
Nazi sympathizers.
Well, take the
that's what we're
scenic
talking
route.
about.
Take the scenic route.
I don't know. I don't know if this is true, but I just saw, I think it was on TikTok, a video that said, or I was reading somewhere, Nimrod. So Nimrod, we say, hey, you're such a Nimrod. It's actually because Bugs Bunny uses that as sarcastically to refer to Elmer Fudd. Nimrod in the Bible is apparently actually like a super warrior, like hunter, like the greatest hunter ever.
Oh, that's just like Nimrod over here.
Yeah, so it's like Bugs Bunny's calling him Nimrod.
Interesting.
And like, it just
he's
became
the greatest hunter.
It just became a thing, like to call people Nimrod is like a...
Well, I honestly I say some of the funniest shit that my kids are just like, where would that come from? Like, your brother chews bubble gum. Like, you're a maroon.
Yeah,
you're an ultra maroon. An imbecile.
Yeah. What a maroon.
What a maroon.
Yeah, I say stuff like that. So, people don't know what I'm saying.
It just came in my mind.
Before we left the 70s, I just wanted to make sure we hit all that shit.
Yeah.
The 80s, we might not even make it out of this for
we may not.
One of my favorite cartoons in there. Do you remember when he played Robin Hood or something like that? Bugs Bunny was Robin Hood. And then there was the sheriff of Nottingham, and he was, you can't go into the King's Garden. And he's like, what do you mean I can't go? And then he sells him the garden. He sells the sheriff the garden. He's in there building a house. Yeah. And he's like halfway through the house before he realizes he's building a house in the King's Garden.
I think I've looked this up before, and I think this may have won an award.
Yeah.
That actual episode, and I think it was before like a movie.
Yeah.
What was it, Bugs Bunny?
Oh, and he rolls out in that red carpet and pops up as the king. Your Majesty.
Because he keeps telling him he's coming.
Yeah.
Right?
The king approacheth.
The king approach. And he gets all primed and ready,
yeah.
and he never shows up. So,
Your Majesty.
The king.
In gratitude for your grateful service, I knight thee. Sirloin of beef. Essence of milk and magnesia, 1/4.
Yeah. Oh my God, Mel Blanc was like he was the greatest voice actor of all time.
Oh God,
yes, him and the Hanna-Barbera guys for sure, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mel Blanc was. I saw an old picture of the Benny Goodman radio hour, but then Mel Blanc was on there, standing in the crowd. He probably had about 50 people that worked on that show.
Oh, one of the last things that he did was he was the voice of the robot in Buck Rogers in the 80s, the television show.
Oh my God. Bitty Bitty Bitty.
Yeah, that was him. Guy? It's like,
oh
hey,
my
Buck,
God.
Bitty Bitty Bitty.
So,
hey, Buck.
Right, so to go,
hey, Buck.
To go back to that, it's called Rabbit Hood.
Rabbit Hood. That's the one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, The cast is billed at Mel Blanc, who does Bugs Bunny and the Sheriff Nottingham. And you know who does Robin Hood?
Who? Who's that? I can't imagine.
Who?
Oh,
No.
Really?
Errol Flynn.
Errol Flynn.
It is. Is it really?
It is. Errol Flynn
My
who did
God, that is so
And I was gonna
cool.
look
Wait
up
a
the
second. Doesn't
info.
he actually? Don't they just cut away to a shot of him standing there, like a movie clip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the greatest thing ever because he was Robin Hood in the 30s.
It says during the filming of this, he was banned from drinking on the film set. So what he would do is he would inject oranges with vodka and eat them during his breaks.
Dude, I got to think, we were talking a little bit ago about this, about the 70s, this filming, and this shit has always been like this. Can you imagine the executive offices over at Paramount in the 70s?
When did when was this made though?
No.
When was
49.
Oh, whoa.
So,
Yeah.
and here's another little trivia on it. It says he met his second wife while working. She was working at the snack bar counter in the courthouse during this time, during one of his rape trials.
Whoa.
Who, Errol Flynn?
Yeah.
Errol Flynn.
He had some problematic things. One of the things was that he had a mansion in Hollywood or somewhere there. I don't know if it was in Hollywood.
Isn't that what Babylon
Isn't
sort of based on?
that Runyon Canyon?
It might have been
Was it
Runyon
Errol
Canyon.
Flynn?
But
Yeah, there was houses up there and shit.
But his house had like peepholes in the bathrooms and bedrooms.
Yeah.
So
he was a
voyeur.
Even Errol Flynn couldn't get enough. He goes, "Hey, all right, boys, I'm going out raping. I can't get any girls over here."
Dude, this one's great. It says so this is Errol Flynn again. It says during the filming of They Died with Their Boots On in 1941, Errol Flynn had an off-camera fight with the legendary Native American athlete Jim Thorpe, who was working as an extra. Flynn, who was in his Custer uniform, was knocked the fuck out by Thorpe with one punch.
Wow.
He started a fight with a big motherfucker.
I'll take you down. Come on, you.
2 to 3 quarts of vodka a day.
Oh my God. Just to get through.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Take me back to my house.
He died
This guy's a
early.
wreck.
He died at
Bring-
like 50.
No.
Bring that
No.
girl and that one over there and bring that one. And if she doesn't want to come, I'm going to rape her. I'm going to rape her on the way.
Old Hollywood, you could do what you wanted. It was,
Dude.
Yeah.
it's a different
He
time.
had, I'm
Craziest
sure he
thing.
had a rape den. Obviously, from his trials, there was a rape den.
And down there, that's the rape den. And I know there's no ladder. That's why.
It'd be in your best interest to stay away from that room. So
You just bop them on the head and throw them down the rape hole. They'll get it once. They'll get it,
just wrong.
They'll
my
get it.
God.
they'll get it soon enough.
Yeah. You could and then
There's too many things to even talk about Errol Flynn, but we'll get off of him.
yeah.
Dude,
It's-
we got to have an Errol Flynn episode.
we should just have an Errol Flynn episode. Can you wear like a Robin Hood hat?
Dude, listen, I want to propose this. We do old fucked up movie stars and the shit that they did.
That's a good idea.
We each pick one.
Yeah,
And-
everybody
Okay.
pick their favorite.
Pick one and come with a fucking story.
Oh, there's
some
so
great-
so many.
I'm going hard with W.C. Fields.
Oh, that's
Oh God,
a good one.
that's
There's
awesome.
got to be some fucking stories, right?
I'm going Peter O'Toole. That's what I'm doing.
That's another
well,
good one.
if you got Peter O'Toole, you're going to get Dudley Moore, right?
Oh God.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Dudley Moore.
Dude, Dudley Moore and Peter
Those
Green.
two
The
assholes
two,
fucking-
those two. No, they had a comedy trip. Is Dudley Moore and Peter Green?
Yeah, Peter Green.
Yeah.
Not O'Toole. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, it was a joke they
yeah.
were telling. He goes, "Yeah, I was standing there. He goes, and the wind came, and the wind came gusting through the window, and I blew right up her cunt." And he's like, he goes, "I found it blocked with Spanish missionaries. I just thought it was odd. An odd thing. I flew right up her skirt."
All right, and then before we leave the 70s, I know you said it, but I got to say it again. Jaws.
Yeah,
Jaws moved me
Jaws.
as a kid.
there.
Scared
That's-
me.
Jaws is amazing.
Made me didn't want to go swim in the water.
Oh yeah,
All of that shit.
It's
Jaws
no-
is
but
number
now-
8. Number 8 on
We're-
the.
That's number 8. So
number
as
8
we
on the-
walk into the 80s, what about Nicolas Cage in
Wild
that was
at
at
Heart.
the very start. No, even earlier than that. His first one was
Valley Girl.
Valley Girl.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
He was awesome in that.
That's such a great movie. It's also
he's one of my favorites. It was just when I'd moved into I think it was the 90s. It might have been 89. It was just when I moved into Los Angeles, and he did that Vampire's Kiss that
was a good movie.
Nobody
too.
sees. It's him at his kookiest. Like it was. I remember walking out of that and going, "I don't know what the fuck just happened."
Yeah, I love that he was like one of the bad kids who lived in Hollywood. That was the best thing about the.
But it's Nepo shit too, because he's a Coppola.
He's a Coppola.
He's a Coppola.
Yeah.
You know, so many of those kids have like parents that are in the business. It's like a set dresser, or even like they know people.
There's a lot of there's so much nepotism going on right now. It's
there is.
We see this even like we live in LA, and I have kids that got to go to school, and they're just all through the school system. These Nepo kids, these Nepo babies that
and they're
already
next.
making fucking pro movies. My kids go to that the high school for the arts, and they're all making movies on a daily basis. But the nepotism.
Yeah, see, that's shit. I never did that when I was a kid, but see, they're making movies. They're fucking going to be versed in the shit. They're going to know exactly everything. They'll actually be good at it.
Not even good at it, but they know people. I mean, they'll get.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Gyllenhaals. The
Yeah.
Gyllenhaals and stuff like that. It's like they had parents in the business. It's like they started out as kids. Both of them. Can you imagine your parents just saying, "Hey, if you want to be an actor, you'll be an actor. You'll be a successful one, and I'll make sure of it." So,
the Deschanel sisters, their mom was an actress. There's so many.
Yeah. There's so many. Yeah.
What's her name? Oh my God. See, I can't even think. The blonde chick who was in Iron Man. What's her name?
Are you talking about Scarlett
Gwyneth
Johansson?
Paltrow.
No,
Gwyneth
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Paltrow.
Her mom.
Mom's an actress.
Her mom was the one in the montage because her mom was an actress in the 70s.
Blythe Tanner.
Yeah. She was the star of the Future World, and she was the one with the filter on her with the braids and with the song going. Yep. That's dude.
Oh yes, with the song and the filter
and the braids.
You know what we got to do next? We got to do the song and the filter thing with on her, and
make something really weird that nobody will understand, but put this song behind it. And
I want to be here.
15 minutes because we need to fill 15 minutes of this movie.
We gotta fill 15. Dude.
I
gotta fill 15 minutes. I don't know. Make a song. Fucking fill it in with a song.
Yeah, I don't care how you fold it in. Just do it. What it was.
I'm gonna go have lunch at Moon Shadows when I get back.
You know what the excuse was? They had a machine that could record your dreams, and they put her in the machine.
Oh,
and that was what happened. They were like your dream, and we can see it. And then everybody watched her weird fucking dream, and like that was it. It had nothing to do with the plot of the story. That's what I couldn't stand about it.
I think going into the 80s, do you remember? Was there a movie called like Dreamscape? Do you remember one?
That might have been. Was that Michael York too, or
no? I think that was. Jan
Michael Vincent. It was either Jan Michael Vincent.
Jan Michael Vincent.
Let's be honest. There was two.
Was
guys.
in almost everything that was any good. No, I think that was. Dude, I gotta pull that up now. Dreamscape. It was.
Was that Walken? Christopher.
Yeah,
Walken?
that's where I was trying to go.
Oh, there you go.
Just Dreamscape.
Dragon Slayer, Conan the Barbarian. Trying to think of other ones.
That was 1984.
No, I was wrong. 1984. It was Dennis Quaid.
Oh wow!
Dude, Kate Capshaw's also in this, plus Christopher Plummer, Max von Sydow,
Eddie Albert,
and that guy David
Green
Patrick Kelly.
Acres is the place for me.
Yeah.
I always Kate Capshaw, yeah.
I always feel like where I
and George Wendt was in there. Norm.
I always feel like Green Acres where I work now because I work in the Inland Empire, and it's like I feel like Ava Gabor, like take it out of the city, and
you take it out of the city and plunk down in the.
Oh, you mean Jaja?
No, it was Eva.
That was her sister, right?
Yeah, but Ava was the one in Green
Gabor.
Acres. She's
The Gabor sisters.
Yeah, they were twins.
Ava Gabor.
Or I don't know if they were.
Who
twins.
was hotter?
Pretty hot,
probably
before electricity.
My mom knew Eddie Albert's son, Eddie Albert Jr. She went to school with him.
Oh,
yeah.
Would your mom go to school in Los Angeles?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she did.
We went to all the same schools.
Same schools.
Your parents and you went to the same schools?
My mom and my uncle, yeah, we went to the same elementary school, same junior high, same high school.
Well, shit, you grew up in that house, right? The
Yeah,
one...
we all grew up in the same
Graham's house.
place.
Shit,
yeah.
you grew up in that house.
Yeah,
grew up in the house, boy.
we all grew up in the same place too. I had several teachers that my uncle and my mother had over the years, so that's
Wow.
It's because it's all nepotism.
It is.
This whole town.
it is.
Whole town's a nepo babies. There's not enough space for any regular person. It's like there maybe one slot opens up a year for a regular human. We got to let somebody come
actor,
in.
yeah.
You know, we got to bring somebody in. I don't know if they're going to last, but we got to at least give somebody a shot. The rest of all these slots are taken up by people's kids. You know.
What about Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid?
Oh, such a good one. Such a good one.
Fuck. I keep forgetting shit.
Dude,
I gotta go to my list.
The Entertainer, like that's back in the 70s.
Dude, Jackie Gleason and the fucking was it The Hustler with
The Hustle?
Paul Newman?
Yeah. It's The Hustle, wasn't it? Or
The Hustle, that was a dance.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And okay, if we're in the 80s, then it's John Hughes all the way. We got to talk Pretty in Pink. We have to talk 16 Candles. We already
I would
mentioned
say
Ferris.
John Hughes pretty much ruled the 80s.
I think he defined the 80s movie.
He definitely The Breakfast Club
because
just sort of,
later on, Mannequin.
You mess with the bull.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
It was
Dude, he was great. He played in the 80s some of the best assholes. That actor. Who's the guy that played that?
Oh, I'll find it.
The teacher
I love the guy
who was stuck on Saturdays doing detention.
Yep.
And then there were some epic movies in the 80s too. I'm trying like really big like I don't know if you guys remember
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, there's one. The
Superman.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Temple
His
of
name
Doom
is Paul Gleason.
Paul Gleason. What was
and he was the bad guy in Trading Places too, right? The guy that they were trying to fucking get the information from.
Yeah.
Steal the briefcase from.
Trading Places.
Breakfast Club. He was an Arthur.
One of my favorite movies of all time. What year was Arthur? It's got to be.
I feel
Arthur
like it
was
81.
Oh
wow!
If that's not on the top 100 list, I'm gonna.
Arthur is great.
Be upset,
dude.
If
one
you
of my
get caught
favorite
between
fucking
the
lines
moon
is
and New York City.
when he tells the father-in-law, he's in the back. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "There's a whole thing of cheese with a knife."
Yeah.
In it.
It's the best line.
He grabs the knife. And Arthur goes, "Do you think he wants some cheese?"
He goes, "He's taking the knife out of the cheese. Do you think he wants some cheese?"
Like, I don't think he's coming to kill you.
No, I think he's coming to get you.
And then
that old lady stops in and slaps
the
him.
drink.
Yeah.
The drink on the bumper.
Puts it on the side of the car. Yeah. Did you ever see that, Gabe? Did you see Arthur?
Oh yeah, I was just doing this song. If you get caught between the moon and Liza Minnelli was cute in that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was the end of that, right?
What a fantastic movie. There's so many quotables in Arthur. It's just so awesome. So it's got to be on the You guys want the top 10 and then we can go through other things?
Yeah, let's do the top 10 of the 80s. Let's hear them.
Top 10 of the 80s.
This is Rolling Stone, according to Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone's top 10.
Yeah.
This is number 10, Raiders of the Lost Ark, done in 81.
Yep.
That's good.
Number 9, The Thin Blue Line, done in 88.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I've never seen that.
Had. Number 8, Stranger Than Paradise, 1984. I don't think I've ever seen that. Number 7 is Blade Runner, done in 82. Yeah. Number 6 is this thing called Shoah. It is I think it's a French filmmaker, oral history of the Holocaust, and that was done in 85. So I didn't see that.
Never seen it.
And then
probably
Gabe
didn't see that.
Number 5, they gave this movie Ran. That's by Akira.
Ron, it's good.
It's Ron is how you spell it?
Ran,
like
I don't know, whatever. But it's Akira Kurosawa. It's a Shakespeare.
I haven't seen this.
It's actually a Shakespeare play that he does, but in feudal Japan instead. trying to think.
Taming
King
of the
Lear.
Shrew?
I think it's King Lear.
Yeah.
but
So
in
this is
Japan.
interesting, cool opening.
It's great.
When the
It's a good one.
description of it says Laurence
Well,
Olivier and Kenneth
there's a lot
Branagh.
of Shakespeare adaptations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Laurence Olivier and Kenneth Branagh thrilled through the language. Orson Welles cranked up the mood, but Akira Kurosawa remains the greatest of all Shakespearean interpreters in cinema.
What about the Coen brothers?
I don't know about that. Number 4 is Blue Velvet.
Oh,
I love that movie.
There's a David Lynch again,
Lynch,
and
right
it's such
there.
a weird movie. I never got into it.
It is a weird movie.
It's a weird movie.
It was good.
It's
Yeah,
good,
number 3.
but I mean, Hopper
Kyle
is
MacLachlan?
amazing in it. As
Oh,
usual.
Hopper's awesome in that.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle
Sniffing his
MacLachlan's
shit.
awesome in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isabella Rossellini's in there.
Yes, that's right.
And we've got Laura Dern.
I love that movie.
Another
Laura
Nepo.
Laura Dern.
And she is a Nepo. Yeah.
She's a Nepo, dude.
Yeah.
Raging Bull, 1980, number 3.
That's a good one.
And this one surprised me. And I don't think I've seen this before. Number 2, Videodrome, done in 1983.
Okay. I have never seen that.
Never seen that, but it's landed on their list as number 2. And Gabe, you mentioned this. Number 1 is Do the Right Thing, 1989.
Dude, such a good. I love everything that Spike Lee makes. I get a lot of shit for it. I love Spike Lee.
Yeah, he's terribly racist, I think.
I don't care.
I think it's all right.
I'll overlook it for his art. It's good. His movies are amazing.
One of the scariest movies comes out of 1980 that I loved was The Changeling. With George C. Scott. Was like fucking scared the piss out of me.
This one that everybody talks about too was The Thing in 1982.
Oh, The Thing.
That was Kurt Russell.
That was Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Yeah.
People still talk about that.
Arctic.
Yeah.
The Arctic substation to where there's something that's tracking their hot blood, right?
One of my
Number 14 is Brazil.
Oh, you're still on. Okay, keep going.
No, it's okay. I was just kind of
Brazil?
I'm wondering if in the top 50 if The Last Emperor made it. That's about the Last Emperor.
Well, let me plow through it. Let me get through the notables to 20, and then we'll Die Hard 15, Shining 16. Yep. Wow. 17 is Raising Arizona. Man, on the top 20.
Nice.
87. 18 is Say Anything with John Cusack.
That's a great
movie.
Yeah, Something Wild is number 19, 1986. That's got Ray Liotta and Melanie Griffith, Jeff Daniels. I never saw that.
He wasn't on our tribute list, was he?
Ray Liotta?
Oh.
Yeah, because he died last year.
Yeah. Did he?
To Ray Liotta.
Oh, wow.
19 for number 20 in 1981 is Blowout. This is top with John Travolta. I can't eat marshmallows. They make me sick.
I can't eat marshmallows. They make me sick.
What were you looking for? Which one were you
I'm looking for The Last Emperor.
Last Emperor. We're going to 50. We got RoboCop at 25. We've got E.T. came in at 27.
E.T. another good film.
For this thing to load. Oh, dude. 28 was Terminator, 84.
Mm-hmm.
And Spinal Tap at 29.
It's a good place.
See what else we got.
You can't forget. That goes back to the director thing we were talking about too. It's the Reiner.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Princess Bride and fucking that guy doesn't do bad movies.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High in 32.
Such a good movie.
Oh, dude, They Live in 1988 where they had the glasses. Rowdy Piper.
Rowdy Piper.
Okay, loved that one, dude.
I did too. It's slower than shit. I just tried to watch it about 2 months ago. It's slow.
Risky Business 35. Number 35, 1983.
That
Fantastic.
Was,
Rebecca De Mornay.
Guido the Killer Pimp.
Empire Strikes Back, 1937, number 37, done in 1980. Yep. Just squeaked into The Elephant Man.
Oh, that's another David Lynch.
Yeah.
87 was The Last Emperor.
Dude, coming in at 42 is Pee-wee's Big Adventure, 1985.
Great movie.
Such a good one.
Yeah. Here we go. Number 44 is The Road Warrior.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Probably the best Mad Max movie.
Yeah.
They were
it was
all
awesome.
Good, to be honest with you.
Shocking film to watch.
That's probably the best.
After Hours, coming in at 45, made in...
I loved After Hours.
Yeah, it's awesome. Let's see what
Very
else we
dark
got here.
movie.
We're always close to 50.
Isn't that the same dude that wrote... who wrote that? Does it say who wrote that? That's the same dude that did...
Martin Scorsese was at a low point, so he filmed this with commercial failures. Luckily, he channeled and repurposed that sense of displacement back.
I thought it was the guy who wrote like Get Shorty or something like that.
Doesn't say here, but I'm sure we'll find that thing out.
And so we still don't have The Last Emperor on there.
47 is 47 is Blues Brothers. 47 is Blues Brothers, done in 1980, with a very hot Carrie
Fisher. Oh god,
Fisher, yeah.
So true.
48 is She's Gotta Have It. That's done in 86.
Another Spike Lee. That's a really good one.
Spike Lee, She's Gotta Have It.
49 is I don't even know how to pronounce this. Koyaanisqat. Koyanisatsu. I don't even know.
What'd you call me?
I don't know. That was 1982. Bunch of ladies. Number 50 is Fitzcarraldo.
What?
1982.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I guess Last Emperor didn't make it. It didn't really have any notable actors in it that were famous.
Dude,
at the time.
no.
It didn't need notable actors, but I will tell you this: in 1988, when that Last Emperor was given its awards, it won like Best Picture.
It's an amazing
director,
film if you can sit through 3 hours of
best
it.
Cinematography, best art direction, best costume design, best sound, best film editing, best music original score.
I saw it in the theater.
Those are all the Oscars it won in '88.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater,
and
it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was.
I remember seeing it in the theater too.
I loved it in the theater. I still like to watch it. If you have 3 hours, it's a good one. It's a little long.
It's a good one.
A little long.
Dude, this is Werner Herzog and the actor Klaus Kinski and Fitzcarraldo. Now, if I remember, Klaus Kinski was a crazy person. Like, bring guns to the set. You know, this is like there's only very few people that could ever work with this guy, truly, because he was so bonkers. And
he's like the Phil Spector of the movie set.
Yeah,
like to bring his gun everywhere.
He's a crazy person. He's a goddamn crazy person.
There's a lot of crazy people in Hollywood. Let's face it.
Yeah, that poor Alec Baldwin's going through that.
Oh yeah, he's
shooting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
doesn't seem like
it doesn't seem fair to him. But you know,
what are you gonna do?
Man, I don't know the laws of fucking
I don't either.
set laws and shit. But
no.
Is Gordon just gone?
No, I'm here. Scarface at 96. You guys have me still?
I hear you.
No,
I'm trying to look. I'm trying to find Gabe's. I'm just trying to find Gabe's thing. Airplane at 92.
Oh, it goes to 100, huh?
Yeah, it's 100.
It's ridiculous that movie is not on that list.
I think it's probably a little.
Jan Warner.
It's probably a little racist.
It might. Which one? Which one are you talking about?
You don't think anything that Spike Lee puts out is racist?
It's racist as shit, man. It's racist.
He's
absolutely.
on there twice.
It's the most racist bastard.
I know he gets on it.
Gabe doesn't care.
I don't care.
85 is Bill and Ted's. River's Edge 81. I'm just trying to find.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Yeah, it was. Oh, dude, Full Metal Jacket.
River Phoenix.
Oh, Full Metal. Dude, that should be in the top 50. I'm sorry. Full Metal Jacket should be higher up.
I should be higher up.
Well, they had
That's
the thin blue line, but there's the thin red line too. That was an '80s movie. That was a great war movie.
Man,
Full Metal Jacket 87.
Full Metal Jacket's.
Riven's Privates.
I don't think there's a more incredible war movie than Full Metal. It's my favorite.
Full Metal Jacket's like 2 movies. You know, it's like to me, it's like it
is 2 movies.
There's like the training, and then there's the war part. When you don't, I just love that. Arlie Ermey's funny as shit. Number 73, Ghostbusters coming in.
Yeah,
that's an 84.
It's fair.
48 Hours and 72. I'm still trying to find your guy here, The Killer. Oh, I love that.
What about
John Woo? Caddyshack coming in at 69.
What about The Professional?
Wasn't
that in the 80s as well? That was a great movie.
Back to the Future. We talked about Akira.
Broadcast
News. I love that. We talked about that.
Akira is an excellent cartoon. I mean, it's an animated movie.
That's Kurosawa too?
No, but it's incredible. If you've never seen Akira, I'd recommend watching it. It's neat.
I saw some adaptation with Ben Kingsley or something.
This one, the animation in it is like, it's so good, and it's a good storyline too. So watch Akira. It's a quick watch.
I'd never seen Rashomon, and I watched that the other day after we were talking about it last week.
Oh, good, huh?
Sunday.
Rashomon.
Yeah,
good.
It was really good.
I don't see it, Gabe.
No, they didn't make it. They don't like Asian films, but they did put Akira.
They
love
some
it,
stuff.
right?
They love some Kurosawa stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Aliens is in there at 51. Anyways,
you know what else we didn't have in there, which there should have been, was Big Trouble in Little China, because Kim Cattrall's in it.
dude. Yes, she looks so good in all that makeup.
And there was really Big Trouble in Little China. What about the Golden Child? That wasn't on there.
That was
yeah.
It was okay, but
There's a whole thing of Tic Tacs in my jacket. Take as many as you like, please.
But to be fair, I'm not sure that would make the top 100. It was a good movie.
But still, it was funny.
It was really good. It's a funny movie.
Well, so was Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, well,
you want to go there? Let's go Gremlins. Gremlins.
Oh man!
How is Gremlins not on that list?
Should probably be on there just because of its the effect it had on society.
It's a definite Christmas movie. Fucking, I loved it.
Yeah, that's an amazing.
How come? Wait a minute. What about? Speaking of Christmas movies, what about fucking National Lampoon's Christmas movie?
Vacation.
Vacation.
What about
Christmas
Home
Vacation.
Alone?
That's 90s.
Why isn't Home Alone on there?
Tens.
And that 90s? Is that 90s?
No.
Yes,
no.
it is. Come on.
The original Home Alone?
I'll find out.
Hold on. Let me look.
I want to say it's 90.
Maybe you could be right.
1990.
Oh, it just squeaked in.
Yeah.
Well,
I got the 90s.
I'm going to be honest. When it turned into the 1990, I was probably in some drug or drunk stupor, and I had no idea we'd moved into a different decade.
I was also moving into to recreational
Stupor.
use.
Were you?
You want to hit my chillum, bro?
I got out of
Following the dead.
I think-
Following the dead.
By that time, I think I was just starting with alcohol, but it was a quick. It would have been a year later or something.
It was a steep angle.
It was
a steep
How
learning
old are you,
angle.
Gabe?
Yeah.
It was a steep.
What year were you born, Gabe?
74.
74.
Oh, yeah.
I was a baby.
Yeah. You
That's
know what?
good.
That makes me feel
Good.
good.
So in 84, he's 10 and 84. That's prime
I just had
time.
my birthday the other day. I turned 57.
Whoa.
I was born in 67.
I can't even believe it.
I can't
It's
believe
fucking
it.
nuts, dude.
and you
50,
still
57.
and you still look like a young
Jackass?
Earl Flynn.
Yeah, well, I just got back from the fucking doctor this week, and I got fucking arthritis in my shoulders. That's what. So there's me in my 50s. God damn it, that's what's happening.
Oh,
I
you know what?
Like T-Bone said, even the Mona Lisa's falling apart, my friends.
I'm gonna. You know what? I don't think we're gonna make it even through the 80s, so we may have to do part 3.
We might have to do part 3.
Because
fuck if we do part 4.
Because
I'm having a good time.
Your arthritis reminds me of something.
What's that? Oh, no! Oh!
Dude.
What's under his lap? It looks like fucking. Oh, that looks like ground beef or like gravel. That looks like
that's fucking herpes.
I think what's happening now is I'm just looking to gross you out with the pictures at this point.
Yeah.
But these are all real things. So anyway, if the next segment of our podcast, because we're going to do a part 3 of the movies, is
we got on talking about shit.
Does this look infected? And this is where we look at 3 pictures that I've selected, and we decide whether they're infections or not. And that first one gives me the chills. Like,
dude, that's those fucking boils from fucking the Baron from Dune. I keep telling you.
That's so.
Dude had those fucking boils.
That scares me. I don't know. Like
any of these should be in a movie,
and then
like some villain covered with this shit.
The second
and
one,
like this weird skin beard that this guy's got going on under his fucking.
Yeah, for anybody who's
flavor saver,
anybody who's only listening and not watching. You need to.
You don't want to look at.
You need to download the slideshow to see these pictures.
You do. You got to download the slideshow.
Can
they get the slideshow?
Huh?
Can they get it on the website?
Yeah, you can download the slideshow on our website.
That poor lady with that thing under her lip has one little whisker coming out of her nose.
I don't think that's a lady. That's a man. That's his
man.
mustache.
But that's some weird. Look at the beard
I've
below.
seen some ladies with mustaches.
Somebody's been trying to shave all the way up to that crust.
Yeah.
And it's just
well, wait till I tell you how this happened, because I actually read about the middle one.
Oh my god!
Because there's a story.
Because someone was trying to suck off a fucking.
There's a story about this. It's actually not that interesting of a story. The last one is just some red bumps that look terrible on somebody's skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you can call
guys
them
ready
just
to guess?
bumps, but the doctor's going to call it syphilis.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd
no.
say I'm going to
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to say no, yes.
No, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no, yes.
No, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
ready for the answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yes,
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 no.
Yes, yes, no.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. The first one is Melioidosis. It's a
Melioidosis.
rare but deadly infection. Recently,
Oh my god.
It's from South Asia, and it's in like the water, in like standing water or something. It's a
I
bacteria.
mean, if you get in the water, like if you get in the,
what part of the U.S. are they finding?
I
this
think
in
it was
right
they said in Mississippi or something horrible like that. So
oh, well, it's filled with
My
Trumpers.
mom
It's
lives
filled
down
with
there.
Trumpers.
Listen,
That's what you get.
it's very new here. They only discovered it in like 2 years ago here. So there's still an opportunity for you to get it. And
So standing water, if you go into like a
I guess
like a little pool of
Melioidosis. Yeah.
Melioidosis. Yeah, I don't know.
Melioidosis.
That's fucking gross.
It's awful.
So that is an infection.
That is an infection. The second one,
That is fucking terrible.
so this second one is a fungal infection called blastomyces dermatitis. So it's a fungus found in soil and wet rotting wood that's located around water. The person who did this, they cut a pimple off of their face with a wood knife, like a knife that had been in the wood that got this fungus, and they got this.
So you're so desperate to cut a fucking pimple off of your face that you're gonna go out to the forest and find a wood knife.
It looks like he missed the fucking pimple too. It's like right under all that infestation of shit. You missed it. You missed it.
Just that close.
Yeah, so that's horrible. And the last one is heat rash, which I actually get sometimes.
I don't get it like that. That's crazy, dude.
I don't get it like that either.
I do. I get it. It covers me.
I get like that?
I get
Really?
like hives sometimes from it. Like,
do you take Benadryl or anything for that?
I will, yeah, if I get it. I will do that, and it does take it away.
Well, we have another friend, Hebler, gets that too.
Yeah,
gets the heat rash.
I don't know if he gets those little white pimples like that. That looks like fucking gonorrhea or something. But, yeah.
It's not. It's
if
just
you get it like that, you might want to go get it.
It gets blistery sometimes when it gets bad, so it's definitely uncomfortable and itchy.
That is a. I have to applaud you.
Look at that anymore.
I have to applaud you for weekly terrifying us with these goddamn.
Yes, that is nasty. The last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I try to step up my game on terrifying.
Yeah. Nailing it. Can't get the fucking music going, but
yeah,
nailing it.
Hey, nailing it. The shit that makes you sick. The shit'll make you sick. Fuck, let's move on.
Okay, I want to know how you guys did on the math problem.
Oh shit. Did somebody write it down?
Does anybody know what we said?
I changed my answer to B. Okay. Gabe said B, and T-Bone said A.
Okay, well, we were right. It is B. It's 93.
I was wrong.
I don't know why. I just picked
my wife wrote down a thing, but I don't understand. So it's
what?
Yeah, I don't get it. It's
where is your?
You got to figure out what 209 salads cost and subtract it from that, right?
No, because it's 209 salads and drinks. So it's a combination of both drinks and salads.
You got to figure out how many of each.
Yeah.
Adds up to
836.50, and it's like an algebra thing. My wife muttered something about it, and then I looked at her.
Why can't we get any more diagrams from
your
wife?
I'll get the notes.
I mean, why does she?
I'll show you the notes.
That was my favorite thing. She's just refusing to do it.
She probably thinks we're a bunch of fucking idiots.
A bunch of idiots. Yep.
All right, so here's the notes, and
that doesn't tell me anything. That's her handwriting?
It's her doing the math really fast this morning.
Oh, just this morning?
Yeah, well, she just did it.
I can't see that.
You can't see it?
Where is she now?
I
see it. I'm just kidding with you.
She's reading some kind of research thing.
Does she do this 7 days a week?
Yes.
Does she take any time?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway.
So all work and no play?
Pretty much.
There's an 80s movie in that somewhere.
So
what was the
Kubrick?
What was the one with Jennifer Connelly in it on riding the horse? It was occupation. It was no. Career opportunities or something like that. It was they're stuck in like a Target. Kid's supposed to clean up at night.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And she was hiding there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Man, now you just brought up like we haven't even talked about Henson movies. Like
Yeah.
We just hit an hour, my friends. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
go into Henson movies
Frank
next
Oz.
week.
that's
What else we got?
Man, we got so much stuff. It's gonna have to go.
This
to part
may
two.
just turn into a movie
podcast
TV
about movies.
and
Funny thing
Yeah.
is I don't know enough about movie history to say
well, we
anything,
can
but,
learn.
You know, yeah, we certainly learn.
Okay.
So did anybody watch any? Oh wait.
Oh,
yeah,
hold on.
let's
Let me
this
get
one
the
going.
let me get the for next week. So hopefully we'll be able to get this one. Okay. So this is what this one says: in a class of P students, the average arithmetic mean of the test scores is 70. In another class of N students, these being a number of students, both of them P and N, the average of the scores of the same test is 92. When the scores of the two classes are combined, the average of the test scores is 86. What's the value of P over N? So anyway, this is not a multiple choice. So you guys just have to come with your answers next week, and we'll see if you're right.
All right,
Okay.
Let me write it down. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Let me put it back for you.
Thank you.
P equals 70. We got N equals.
This one is from
92.
the SAT, so which I never took.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't either. Average is 86.
It's official SAT question.
That's an official SAT
Yeah.
question.
So share it with the kids.
I'm gonna give-
so if they've taken the
I'm gonna
SAT.
give you my answer right now.
You don't have to give it right now. You can think about it a little more.
N P over N.
He's working it out right now. We're gonna. Do you have that Jeopardy theme song? Just write anything down.
3 over 8?
3/8.
3/8. Okay. That's
We have to find out. How do we find out? Where do you have the answer?
we're gonna find the answer next week.
Next
We
week.
can't give it away.
No, wait.
T-Bone says 3/8.
When the scores of the two are combined, the average.
Yeah, you're actually not ever told what the number of students is in either of these classes.
No.
That's the complicated
So
part.
when the scores of the two classes are combined, the average score is 86 in class P. So P over N. So P is 3. And N, yeah, it's 3/8.
3/8? Okay. All right. We'll
3
see you
over
next
8,
week.
yeah.
Keep it
All
in
right.
your book, and we'll find out.
And keep it
I'll
in your
wrote it down.
pants. And keep it in your book. And we'll see you next week.
So that brings us to the end of our podcast, where I tell
How to get in touch with us.
where I
yeah,
tell everybody
right there.
to go to our website, nottalkingaboutthat.com.
about that.
I tell them to contact us by email at theguys@nottalkingabouthat.com, and
Did
also
anybody send us any
to,
mail there?
join us on TikTok, where you can see clips of our podcast. And let's see where we are, because I know the next question.
Are we growers? Are we growers, not showers?
We are growers. We're at 190 today.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
going to write that shit down.
190.
190 as of today.
Put that in the book. We're going to
190.
break 200. Some point.
And we should celebrate when we do.
That's
Yeah.
TikTok followers,
As
correct?
TikTok followers, we're at 190.
That is that is
today's
groundbreaking.
129 or something. What is today's date? 27. My daughter just left for New York.
Oh,
Which one? Isabella?
Isabella.
What's she doing over there?
She is gonna go spend. She's gonna go just check some shit out. So she's applied. She's done right out of high school. She did her 2 years of. She went to Santa Monica College and got some credits.
what a
and-
great thing to do! Such a smart
right.
move.
So she did all that, and then she's just started applying to some New York schools where she's interested. Where she has some friends and family. Got family that lives out
Fantastic.
Yeah. You
there.
have
So
to-
she's thinking about that.
Long
She's going to
Island.
go check it out. But all her best friends are. She doesn't have to go. She doesn't start back to school till next month. So she's doing 10
everybody's out
days
there.
out
She's-
in Nueva York.
Did she just leave? When she?
I just took her this morning at 4.
Wow,
Oh, man.
how great!
She's in the
Yeah.
city right now.
Is she in,
soaking
she's
it
in
in?
the
is
city
she
right
in
now.
Manhattan looking at schools?
Yes.
She's looking at NYU or
Is-
Her best friend goes to NYU, and she got into NYU. It's just we couldn't afford.
Well,
with the money they offered.
not
us.
just we, and nobody on Earth practically can afford.
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like $80,000 or $90,000
It's
just
a
for the
lot.
school.
Yeah.
and then you got to live out there. But no, her friend goes to NYU. She's looking at a couple. She got into new school too, but there's another one out there that she's looking at that I think she stands a good chance.
Oh.
I really want her to go to UCLA because there's a lot of transfers from
SMC,
Santa Monica
for
College
sure.
that go to.
You know where I recommend one of the best universities?
Yeah, I know.
It's called.
And
It's a little place,
CSUN.
a little unknown university called CSUN.
I have
It
pushed
is unknown.
CSUN too.
Thank you.
With you in mind,
Yeah,
knowing
thanks.
what a brilliant child you are.
It's.
Gabe might be
And,
Gabe might be able to pull some strings over there. Get her,
I can definitely
get
pull
her.
some strings.
Has she
You're
ever
damn
been
right,
to New
he was
York?
in charge of the marionette fucking group over there.
Has she ever been?
She's been a few times.
You've been a few times.
She's been a few times.
Not brand new. All right, fellas.
Hey. Well, we'll
All right,
talk more
so we're
movies
going
next
part
week.
3 next week. I'm excited about
Yeah.
that.
I love it. I love part
We're
3.
gonna get all right. So we got. Don't forget to shade it over to almost past the 90s.
I'll do that
but we
right
didn't
now.
80s.
I'll take it.
We
I'll
didn't
take
get
it
through
into the
80s.
90s a little bit because I think we said Home Alone. So
Okay.
that's telling me we may have to go into the 90s next week with a little bit of homage to the 80s like we did today, where we spent half the time on the 70s anyway.
Look and just for shits and giggles and something to talk about next week. Look at the Oscar noms and see what's out there. And have you guys watched
you wanted
anything
to talk
that's
about
nominated yet?
I watched last week. Steph and I went and watched American Fiction.
Is Barbie in it?
Because I'm going to watch that today. Is that any good?
It's okay. Well, it was all right.
Okay. I watched Anatomy of a Fall the other day, but
Gabe, you
I've
did
seen
Barbie?
Maestro.
That's the only one I can think of.
I haven't seen Barbie.
I haven't seen it either.
But anyway, we'll talk about it next week.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Mess with the bull, get the horns.
You get
All
the
right.
horns. Adios, amigos.
See you guys.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.